y'all, welcome back to the vlog. It is officially pageant season. I'm here at the Frederick Community College at the Visual and Performing Arts Center for my first rehearsal for Miss Frederick / Miss Central Maryland. This is my first local of the 2022 season. I'm really nervous. This is different. I haven't done a local competition where I've had to do like rehearsals multiple weeks before the pageant. The last time I did that was when I was competing in North Carolina, and I didn't even end up doing that local because I wasn't eligible yet. But so I'm a little bit nervous. It's the first time I'm gonna like meet all the girls and showing like wardrobe and stuff. And we're also taking headshots today, which is why I am full glam, hair and makeup done. Have this cute little outfit on. This dress is from Shein, and I just came from church as well. So yeah, I'm nervous, but I made it here on time. I planned out everything perfectly. I went to a different church than normal, and then I drove on here. I stopped to get me some McDonald's. My stomach is doing somersaults, so I can't even eat. I'm gonna go ahead and go inside and try to vlog what I can. Pray for me, wish me luck. Here we go. Pageant season is commencing. God, please bless it. Today's the day, the first day of my Zoom certification classes. I'm taking my classes through Graceful Fusion. So it's 5 o'clock on Thursday. I clicked the link to join the Zoom and it let me right in. Usually there's like a waiting room or something. I got scared. I was like, is my camera on? Is my sound on? But super excited. Today is March 24th. We are starting our process of becoming a doula. Yesterday I picked up this package from FedEx. I've been working on a lot of things throughout the day, so this is my first time really going through it. So this right here is the workshop manual for a birth doula. By the way, this is a Doula International certified workshop. It is based here in the DMV area. So this is the first thing in here. It looks like it talks about introduction to labor support, Doula International, communication and culture, support in labor, prenatal support in business, comfort med. It looks like this is going to be our guide for everything. And then they said that they were out of staplers, so she just gave me just a whole bunch of PowerPoints. So I'll be able to take my notes, and this is like really nice paper too. So I'll take my uh-oh, everybody's turning their cameras on. So yep, it's 5 o'clock on the dot. Guess it's time. I'll let you guys know how my first class went. Okay, so it is 8:23. We were supposed to end at 8:30, so definitely right on time. And first great day. I think it was really informative. Not too much information. We broke out into groups. We had a break. We went over like standard practice, standards of practice, code of ethics, significant of birth, the doula's roles, the role of a doula, the benefits of a doula, and we also just like introduced ourselves and talked and things like that. So tomorrow we have the workshop from 9 a.m. until 6:30. So I'm gonna go ahead and just head to bed. That way I am ready for tomorrow. But I'm super excited. First day down. Well, first half day. It's 3.5 day birth doula workshop. So the first half day is done. And I'm definitely really tired. So I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Good morning. It is 8:58, basically 9 a.m. I'm just sitting down. I had a really hard time waking up this morning because I haven't had to wake up. I mean, it's not super early, but I wanted to shower and I wanted to make breakfast. I have breakfast, but I didn't really fully make it. I got a bagel and oatmeal here, and I just put my napkin over top of my oatmeal, which wasn't the smartest thing ever. So kind of like just ran up the steps, breathe, woosah, here we go. I've been wanting to do this for a really long time, but since I am currently unemployed, I thought this would be the best time because I didn't have to worry about taking off of work or trying to balance this with studying for other things. That was my thought process when I signed up for it. If you haven't chugged some water yet, chug some water. Of note, I actually am employed now. I got a job right before this started. I don't start yet though, so I'm not fully unemployed, but yeah. Today's class is from 9 until 6:30. I'm hoping I can make it through. I haven't even been in a classroom in like a year, so I'm just hoping that my attention span can keep up. These are all of the PowerPoints we're going through today.
How are you?
So,
I'm very good.
We do have a lunch break though, so I will check in with you guys during lunch.
Push your lower back out towards the chair. And then let's do it one more time. Breathe into the ceiling, heart open, chest open. And then exhale out. And then we're gonna go around in a circle. So just try to move your hips around in a circle 3 times in one direction. And then 3 times in the other direction. Right ankle to the top of your left knee. So right ankle, left knee. Take a deep breath in. And then see if you can hinge from your hips and exhale and try to come forward. And ideally you should feel a little bit of a stretch in your right hamstring. And then take another deep breath in and see if you can come forward even more, feeling an even deeper stretch. But why is it important for us to go through those role plays, those scenarios that we just talked through, and to talk about what are suggestions that we can make? So the reason why is because the average prenatal appointment in America is 15 minutes.
Okay, sitting down and logging on for day 2, really day 3, full day 2, day 2.5. It is 8:59 a.m. right on time. I just got me a bagel for breakfast today because I'm tired and I couldn't be bothered. But I stayed up really late last night. After spending all day on the computer, I took a walk, I meal prepped dinner, even made enough for lunch and dinner tomorrow. Well, today, so I'm super excited to eat dinner today because it was so good. So yeah, yesterday's class was really good. It is definitely hard to be in a class from 9 a.m. until 6:30 p.m. All right, let's get it done. Doula day.
Was it difficult or no? You guys are all pros?
It was very hard, especially because me and Maria related on so much, about being new moms. And it's like, me too, I went through the same thing. And very hard.
Yes. The effects of chronic stress on a Black woman, that their bodies will age faster due to that amount of stress.
All right, you guys, so I finished my doula certification workshop trainings. There were 3 full days and 1 half day. I have 1 more day left. It's like a half day next Monday, a training session on breastfeeding. So I'm super excited about that. Training was absolutely amazing. I'm actually going to leave the link in the description box down below. I did my training through Graceful Fusions, and let me tell you, Nicole, the trainer, she was absolutely amazing. Like, I keep saying that, but she exceeded my expectations. I feel like the group was very diverse. Everybody, you could tell it was a safe space because people were willing to share and open up, which really just helped you learn and grow. There was a variety of different people who had babies, people who didn't have babies, people who were grandmothers, people who were first-time mothers, people who were literally breastfeeding, people who just had cats, people who wanted to be midwives, people who were nurses, people who wanted to be doctors. Like, everybody who you could possibly want, except for like a non-binary person or like a male, was in that class. So I learned a lot. It was a lot of information. So I'm like, okay, I have a lot to do in order to like get the next step rolling and get my official certification. But I'm excited for what I've done so far. I'm really grateful for the experience. And I also recommend Graceful Fusions. I specifically chose them because they have an option to like apply for a scholarship. So I wrote like an essay and I filled out an application and I got some letters of recommendation. So I didn't have to pay the full price, which I'm super excited about because again, I'm in between jobs right now. And I stated that in my application and I told her what I was willing or like capable of paying, and she said, okay, pay that, welcome to the community, I would love to have you. So I'm also really excited and glad that I was able to do that, because otherwise the course would have cost like about $600, which is not only a lot, and I was saving up for it, but I mean, as a non-employed person, but as an unemployed person, it's very hard to give up $600 in your savings. So I'm really excited that I was able to do this and move forward and continue to be a birth advocate and a maternal and a perinatal advocate. And I have so much to learn. I have so many books to buy and to read, and yeah, I'm super excited to join this community. It's something that I have said that I've wanted to be a doula, an OBGYN, and a midwife for so long, and so I'm glad that I'm like taking the strides towards that first check. And it's not even just like, oh, check, I did that, but it's like I'm really going to learn from this and be a better practitioner and just a better friend. I'm going to be so much better because of it. So I'm excited about it, and I'm super happy that I did it. And I'm sorry I couldn't really share much with you guys, but like I said, I was just on Zoom for like 12 hours a day, but I will share with you guys more as I continue along this process. So it is Sunday. I just got home from another Miss Frederick / Miss Central Maryland. I was about to say Washington County. I haven't even fully like formed my mind. I formed my mind into understanding and believing and manifesting that I will be the next Miss Central Maryland, and that I am competing for Miss Central Maryland, but I think it's just like a reflex to say Washington County on my mouth. But anyway, today was the second in-person rehearsal for the Miss Frederick / Central Maryland pageant, and just really reflecting off of the last time I went in, you guys, I was so nervous. I didn't get to, okay, wait. Hey, I didn't get to talk to you guys after last rehearsal because I've just been super busy these past couple of weeks. Like, I am planning ahead for my social impact initiative. I want to do this really large event, and I want to have it done in May. I'm partnering with a really large nonprofit organization as well as my alma mater, so I have taken on a couple of different roles, and I'm meeting with people in a lot of different places, and I'm answering to people. So I've been like really busy with like this mini job for my social impact initiative for a title that I don't even have yet, which is really like wild and crazy to think about. But I am super passionate about it, and I'm really excited for it, and I'm just preparing for it. So that is taking up a lot of my time during the day. I'm also transitioning jobs. Don't know if that video is out now, but I'm transitioning jobs. So I've been like, I was applying to new jobs, I was interviewing for new jobs, I've been hired by a new job, and now I'm like doing onboarding. So it's like a lot going on, ending one job and then starting another one at the same time. So a rundown of last Sunday, we had it at the community college where the pageant is going to be held, and we basically like, we learned the opening number, we showed our wardrobe, and some of the Miss were there but not all of them, some of the teens were there but not all of them. And we also have this thing where Frederick Maryland organization, they have this thing called hostesses, which I'm pretty sure other states have as well in their local titles, but it's like these mentors. So people who were previous Miss Fredericks, or people who previously competed in Miss Maryland, or mothers or aunts, or just like friends of the organization, they basically come back and help mentor. So it's like I have a she's not just for me, it's like 3 to 1. So it's like one teen, one miss, and me, who's with one hostess or like advisor or mentor. And I love her. She's super nice, she's super sweet, and she's super helpful so far. So yeah, I think for me, I have been trying just to have my stuff together. So all my paperwork is in. Some people like basically signed up, but their paperwork isn't in, so they were working on that. Overall, the only thing that I'm changing wardrobe wise is going to be my interview dress. I'm super excited about my interview dress. It is like it's a plaid blazer dress, and it's pink. So it's just like everything is perfect. It literally gives Legally Blonde, and that's obviously my aesthetic at all times. So it's really, really cute. I got it tailored. I went to the tailor, so it's getting altered at this time, as well as my evening gown, the one that I wore at Miss Maryland, the light pink one. I'm getting a train added to that, just like how I got a blue train added to my gown that I wore at Miss Washington County. Something similar. It's going to be very similar, except for it's going to be detachable, and it's also going to be like tulle. So that's the changes that I'm making to my wardrobe. My talent is the same as right now, so I've just been kind of like trying to run it, like remember it, like reteach myself it. And then I've been going to ballet classes for the last month and a half now, so I'm not in like the best shape ever, but my body isn't like completely cold, so it's just a matter of like remembering the choreo. And I'm also working with my artistic director for him to kind of like just add bits and pieces to it to make it kind of better, because I do plan on doing the same talent at Miss Maryland. So I was just really, really nervous going in, because what I realized was that, I mean, I hadn't felt out of place in the Miss Maryland organization in a very long time. I really don't know how to describe it without going to full detail, but the Miss Frederick organization is definitely like its own hub. Like it has a lot of history, it has a lot of members, it has a lot of connections, it has a lot of things going on. And I've just been on the outside of that bubble for a long time because I haven't been eligible to compete at Frederick. And so when I walked into this space, I definitely felt like, even though I've been in Miss America for a few years now, and I've been involved with Miss Maryland for a few years now, I haven't been involved with Miss Frederick. I don't know these people and they don't know me. It's kind of weird because people see you on stage, so they may know you and they may, but this is the first time that they're like seeing you up close and personal. This is something that I'm personally working through, where I find it really difficult sometimes I try and be very conscious on how my energy is perceived in a room, which is, I can't control how other people perceive me, but I can control how I come off. So even though I'm a super confident person, I don't want to come off like, oh, I got this in a bag and everybody is beneath me, like, especially because I'm just as nervous as anybody. Like, competing is competing. It doesn't matter how well you did, whatever the case may be. So I was like nervous going in because I just felt like, okay, I don't know everybody here. I don't really, you know what everybody's doing. And then it's really interesting, and I talked to my hostess about this, but because we're doing all of these rehearsals leading up to the pageant, it's really nice for the girls to get to know each other, but I think all of the girls competing in Miss, I've met them either at a local or they competed at Miss Maryland. And so except for one girl, literally except for one girl. So it's like, I don't really need like 3 weeks to bond with you guys. I think it more so just makes us nervous. It makes the contestants compare themselves to the other contestants more. And one of my like big things for competitions is that I focus on myself. I focus on what I need to do. What is my dance like? What is my question going to be? I'm not worrying about what you're wearing, what you're doing, because we're not the same person. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm not competing against you. I just need to make sure that I am the best version of me. And I felt a lot of like energy the first day, like people were trying to like size us up, one up, and even just like put us in categories, like who's eligible for Miss Frederick and who's eligible for Miss Central Maryland. And if I win this, then she can win this, but if she wins this, then that means I'm only eligible for this, so I need to make sure that I'm better than her. And it was just getting kind of like, even though people weren't saying things, you could feel the energy, and it was so draining. Like I was literally like nervous. I tried to get food beforehand. I could barely eat anything. Like my stomach was in knots. Overall, the experience, like I said, it was great, but it was like it was like it's like you get a split second of what competition weekend is going to be like, but then you go about your day and then you have 3 more weeks to prepare. So it's like a really weird feeling that I personally just don't enjoy. I'd rather just show up the weekend, have my stuff together, and like just go for it. I don't want to be like, oh, I kind of know what her talent looks like, whatever. So they ended up changing the rule to where the first runner-up to Miss Maryland, shout out to Kendall, she was previously Miss Frederick, and it was a rule to where you couldn't hold the title as Miss Frederick twice. But I think that they're changing the rule this year, so she's eligible to compete for that title and for Miss Central Maryland, which obviously makes things kind of competitive because she was obviously, like I said, first runner-up to Miss Maryland. So it's a pretty great chance, because not only was she first runner-up to Miss Maryland, but she was also a previous Miss Frederick. So again, she knows that organization. It's like if I was first runner-up and I went back to Miss Washington County, I would expect to win Miss Washington County because you guys know me, you know how I work, you've helped build me, and hopefully you want me to be your title holder if I were to win the pageant the next year. So I mean, it's anybody's game. I'm not like immediately giving it to her, and I don't see her as like competition, but I'm keeping my thoughts and my minds open to just kind of like the space that she has created for herself and just the space that I have to make for myself. So I think that this is actually going to be a very tough competition. I think it's actually a really competitive local. Girls are kind of like dropping out and some are coming in, and I think all of the girls have a great chance of winning. So it's just a matter of like, I have to be my best, because if I'm not my best, if I'm a little bit off an interview, mess up on my talent, don't do my pitch right, like any little thing that's off, you're probably going to be out of the running. So I'm just really just trying to focus on me and make sure I have all of my stuff together, especially because I have this new social impact initiative. So it's a new statement, it's a new essay, I have a new resume. The things I'm going to be talking about to the judges are different. The type of questions that I'm going to be asked are different. My social impact pitch is different. So I'm like literally just trying to prepare for me. And that's what I've been doing. So that's what I've been doing in between last week and this week. And then like I said, just life has also been pretty hectic as well. See it in this video, but my new social impact initiative is called Insert Name Here, and it is the education and the advocacy for the maternal health crisis. So the National Alumni Association for Spelman College has a national partnership with March of Dimes, and March of Dimes has this program called A Mother of a Movement, where they raise funds for programming and research for the maternal mortality crisis. So I am a national partner with March of Dimes through the National Alumni Association of Spelman College. So I'm working directly with NAASC. I'm also working with March of Dimes, and also just like with the community, and like trying to get this thing out and about and into the community. So basically put me on the health and wellness committee for the National Alumni Association. And so we had an event and a meeting that night. So like I literally went to church early that morning. This is last Sunday. I went to church early in the morning time. I went to rehearsal for 4 hours, and then I ended up going to the meeting virtually through Zoom on my drive home. And mind you, the drive is like an hour and a half. It took like an hour and 45 minutes driving back at 4 p.m. And then afterwards, I talked to my work bestie Glory on the phone, and I also ended up talking to like a medical school mentor for like an hour. So I was like so drained on Sunday, like so much people interaction, and I feel like it's the same thing this Sunday. I woke up again super early to drive to church in Columbia because it's kind of just like the closest church location to Frederick. While I was driving there, I was taking my doula certification workshop classes on Zoom, and then I went to church. I kind of logged off from the Zoom for a minute, and then I drove to Frederick. I logged back onto the Zoom for the workshops because that Zoom was from 9 a.m. to 6:30. So I was kind of just logging in and logging out as I could. I ended up getting me something to eat and getting gas, and then driving to Frederick. I went into the rehearsal today. The rehearsal today was much better. I was like, don't be as nervous and just like be yourself. Don't hold back your personality so that way you don't offend people, because like you can only be you, and you can't, again, control how other people receive you. So just be yourself. And yeah, I did see everybody's talents, and it was only one person's talent who I haven't seen before. So it's interesting to see hers because she's also the other dancer, and just curious to see, you know, like I said, I'm only going to do me. I know what my talent is. I'm not going to change my talent. I mean, I'm going to like squeak it, but I'm not going to change my talent. I just want to see what the other person's talent was. So I saw her talent, and everybody saw mine, and I got like really shaky around my talent. I think it's just like I just have such a connection with it that like showing my talent in front of people, especially with my talent being one of my weakest areas of competition, and the thing that like I am so adamant about, just like coming really strong with, it's also 35% of your score. Like I want my talent to be really good. I'm very sensitive about my talent. Okay, I'm sensitive about dancing. I'm sensitive about doing a solo. I'm sensitive about dancing on point. I'm sensitive about the type of dance that I'm doing, and then I like added this medical aspect to it, which I'm super sensitive about right now. So I'm so like sensitive with my talent that I think that like I just get so much emotion involved in it. That's what's gonna make it a really good performance, but like it's very hard just to like turn it on. And so I was, like I said, just definitely very shaky, and I've been working on it, but like to do it full out in front of a room full of people who it may be their first time seeing it, and I don't have like my full costume on, but I have on my point shoes and I'm taking them off or whatever. It was interesting. I did get some good feedback from it, so like I think that I'm in good standing. I'm very still happy with my piece. I think that it's a great bow on everything that I'll be doing during the pageant weekend. And the only other thing is that for my social impact statement, mine is like a minute long, and it has to be 20 to 30 seconds, and I don't know what I'm going to cut out, but I do have a Zoom meeting set up with my hostess on Wednesday, so we're going to go over my paperwork, maybe change up some things on my essay, or even just like do a mock interview to see what kind of questions that I would get based off of what you see on my resume and my social impact statement, and then also like try and go over my social impact pitch and shorten it down. So I know that was a lot. Like I said, I have a lot of things going on. I literally did all of that. Then I came back and I finished out my workshop. And now I have 2 calls. The person who's in charge of March of Dimes for Spelman. Oh, I have so much going on. Like my mind is like spinning right now. It's absolutely spinning. I don't know how much of that I'm going to keep in because there was so much information, but I just wanted to try and one, get it out for my sake. Consider this video diarying. This literally pageant diaries. Like this is a video diary. Right now, I feel good. I feel like it's possible and I am capable of winning Miss Central Maryland. I just need to continue doing what I'm doing because I'm progressing and I'm growing every single day. And so I have 2 more weeks until the pageant, so I think that I'll be in great shape. I also didn't mention that I wrote a community service essay and I submitted that this week. I have moving parts in so many different directions. So I'm gonna hop on these calls and then log off mentally for the evening because I have a really busy week ahead of me, and it's not gonna stop anytime soon. That is the update. I will talk to you guys when something else exciting happens.
Yeah, come on. Oh, okay, that's okay.
Yeah, it's enough.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And enough feed.
Yeah. It's a tornado with
Yeah.
I'm here getting gas after my dance rehearsal. I forgot to film it yesterday because, y'all, my days have just been so busy and jammed packed trying to fit in talent rehearsals. But I just rehearsed 2 days in a row with my artistic director, Oscar Hawkins. So he's like cleaning up the dance, adding some new things, and my body just doesn't move how it used to move, you guys. Like, my hips hurt. Everything is just like different. But I'm really liking the direction that we're going with the piece. So it's like the same energy, but like just better and stronger, which I think is going to be great because, like I said, I got to pull out all the stops. So now I'm about to head home. Miss America is having like a professional development workshop. It's about social media. Let's see what they're going to try and teach me. No, but I just want to see what they're going to talk about. And then I'm going to help out one of the teens because she wants to have like a mock interview with me. When I tell y'all I'm so tired and I have not eaten dinner, I have not eaten since noon and it's almost 8 o'clock. And that was like a small breakfast. I was like, oh, I'll eat lunch soon, and I didn't. So okay, my gas is ready. Let me go ahead because I still have to drive home. I was just about to take off my makeup for the day when I forgot to remind you guys about today's pageant update. I went to try on my dresses for an interview, a special occasion dress that I'm going to wear probably during Miss Maryland week, and my evening gown for Miss Central Maryland. And so basically, I think I told you guys this, I was getting a train added to my evening gown. I went and I got the fabric. I took it to her. It's been there for like 3.5 weeks. I went to try it on and it was disgusting. Like, it was so ugly. It was so bad. I was like, what is this? Like, I literally cannot wear it. This looks better without it on. It's detachable. But like the fabric just doesn't look right. It doesn't flow. The color is off. Like, you can clearly see that it's added. It just doesn't look good at all. So I have the option of like getting new fabric and taking it to her. And then she says that she'll like basically redo it again, but I have to see if I'll have it in time. So I have to add that to my list of a million things that I have to do this weekend. My interview dress looks great. She took it out in the hips. It looks fine. I wish it was a little bit tighter in the waist, but it's whatever. It is what it is. And the other dress fit fine too, but I'm not wearing that next weekend. So I was so close to like having everything done. But yeah, and then today I was supposed to have an interview prep with my hostess, but she canceled on me last minute. So I haven't even done any like mock interviews. And the paperwork is due tomorrow. So I have a lot of things that I need to do in order to fully get prepared for the pageant. Having these rehearsals week before the pageant really just makes you feel like you have so much to do. Like, the weeks leading up to the pageant are just like so busy. I feel like I normally probably would just now be starting to prepare. I feel like I've been prepping for a really, really long time. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. I'm super tired. I actually just gave a B-squared workshop tonight. I gave it to the girls from this HBCU teen. So yeah, I'm really, really tired, and I'm gonna go ahead and take my makeup off and head to bed, and I'll figure out the rest another day. A Bachelor of Biology graduate from the #1 HBCU, Spelman College, and a Master of Physiology. I'm a maternal health advocate matriculating in a medical school, and your future OB-GYN, Brelynn Hunt. Advocate, and I'm also an aspiring OB-GYN. So I have a deep fond and a passion for women's health, and I just find that it's a really important issue that I want to tackle. What do Beyonce, Kim Kardashian, Mariah Carey, and Serena Williams all have in common? They've all experienced life-threatening complications during childbirth. They are just 4 out of the 50 150,000 near miss women in the year of 2021 alone, because the U.S. remains amongst the most dangerous developed nation for childbirth in the world. That's 1 woman every 10 minutes, and for Black women, that rate is multiplied by 3. This is the maternal health crisis, where women and babies of color need our help. Giving birth could be the death sentence for your mother, your sister, your best friend, or me. Just insert their name here. Hey y'all, it's Sunday. I just got home from another long sun day. The same type of routine where I went to church at 9 a.m. and then I went to pageant rehearsal for 4 hours and then I came home. But it's just like an hour drive there, an hour drive to pageant rehearsal, and then an hour and a half drive back. And then I had a board meeting, so I just finished that. And overall, today's rehearsal was a little bit different for a couple of reasons. The first being the more lighthearted one is that we got our princesses and princess today. So we did like a little mini ceremony where we crowned them. They had like a tea party and stuff. So we had a little bit of rehearsal kind of taken away by hanging out with them. And I'm actually paired with a prince and his name is Ace. And his mom said that he is not on any social media. Like he doesn't do social media. She doesn't have him ever post on anything. So I have pictures, but I'm just going to respect obviously the mom's privacy. Like my princess from Miss Washington County, Macy, was a ham and she wants to be an influencer. So I had her on the vlogs, I had her on my Instagram and stuff, but like if he's never been posted on social media before, I'm not going to be the one to do that. So yeah, I'm just going to keep that private, but he's a very sweet little guy. And then so yesterday I was dancing and I hurt my hamstring. I don't know what I did. I don't know if I like tore it. And long story short, my hamstring, specifically on this left side, which is like my non-dominant, my weak leg. I'm not gonna call it my weak leg, but it's my non-dominant leg. It was already a little bit like something was wrong with it. And so like for the past 4 months now that I've been going back to ballet class, I've been babying it. So I've just been doing like, I'll do plies and things that help it, but I don't like overextend it. Like I wouldn't do my split on my left side. I wouldn't do my kicks on my left side. Just like certain things. If I ever felt a little bit of a tug, I would stop basically. And then yesterday I was just doing some kicks and it's like, it was weird because I was dancing earlier and then I kind of like cooled down and then I started dancing again and I didn't re-stretch. And y'all, my body is just getting old. Like it literally tore as if like I was freezing cold or something. But it tore and it was like late yesterday and I was like, okay, I had to film a podcast episode and then I had to go like to this retirement party for a family friend. So when I went to bed last night and then I woke up this morning, I realized, oh, it's actually really painful and it hurts differently than it did before. It wasn't like, oh, it hurts more, like it's more intense. It was like it hurts differently and more. It's like it's more like it's from literally right above my knee all the way up to like right below my butt. It's like the entire hamstring and it hurts for my leg to be absolutely straight. It hurts for it to be bent. It hurts to walk on it. It hurts to sit. And it feels more like a different kind of strain. Like it's a different muscle, like a different ligament. And I'm like need to go back and look at my anatomy to figure out what exactly is it that I tore. And I don't know what to do because I was doing so well, like going full out, feeling so confident that my talent was going to just be really great. And now I feel like if anything, I have to literally baby, like I was wearing heels to church and I was literally like limping, like it was a lot. When I told my when I told my hostess at rehearsal, she was like, you should probably take off your heels and like not do your talent today. So today's rehearsal was a little bit different because I really just didn't do anything full out. And now I'm just curious as to if I'll be able to fully do my talent dance, especially do it to the extent and the, you know, I want to be able to do it really, really well. I think that talent is not going to make or break the competition, but all of the girls they have really great talent. So if mine is not good, then it's going to actually break me. Like, it's going to get me out of the running. Whereas like my talent is not going to be like, oh, it's going to be the best one there, but it'll at least keep me in the running. And then like everything else, it's going to be a tight competition basically. So I can't not have a good and strong talent. So I've never really just been injured like this and hurt. Like, I have a problem with my knee sometimes. But even like when I was on the dance team in college, I would rarely like sit out. I would just be like, that kind of hurts. That feels like not good. And just depending on how much we were going, sometimes I'd be like, okay, I may need to sit out for a second, or I can't do this specific exercise or this thing. And I would just like, my knee literally would be swollen sometimes after practice. And I knew it wasn't the best thing for me and I should probably get a knee brace, but I'm not into the sickly stuff. Like, even when I got COVID, I was like, I'm still gonna go to work. I think I'm fine. Like, I just don't like not being 100%. So I don't know what to do to where I'm like, I probably shouldn't do the dance all the way, but I really want to do the dance. Obviously, I want to do it to the best of my abilities, and it was going so well. And now I just feel like even like my walk is going to be different because like me walking in heels is painful. So I'm going to try and go to a physical therapist this week. I've never been to one before. I don't know what the process is like, but I just need to figure out like what exactly am I even supposed to be doing? What can I do? And I know it's going to be a long process, and the goal is to win this pageant and be able to like maybe rest it and strengthen it. That way by Miss Maryland, I'll be 100%. But I'm just so upset that this happened now. Like, why couldn't have this happened after I've already performed, where it's like, not only do I need to dance this weekend, but I need to dance and like dance well and strong and hard and powerful and do a dance where I'm really like moving around. Like, even for Miss Washington County, like that would have been a little bit easier because that dance doesn't require a lot of legs or anything. It's more like arms and upper body. But this one, it's like, oh my gosh, just thinking about what I have to do, it's like, and I don't want to make it worse by just going really, really hard. So I'm really anxious, honestly, because I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I'm upset because everything was like going well, and now this is the second thing between this and the dress not coming out the way that I want it to, where I'm just kind of like, okay, Lord, what are you telling me? Like, should I don't know what to do. So yeah, today has been a bit of a bummer because like I said, it happened yesterday, but it didn't really click until today when I was walking around and I was like, this is bad and I actually don't think I can dance on this. So I'll keep you guys updated. Hey y'all, it is mock interview day. I am about to set up my camera and, well, really set up my laptop. I'm not doing like a full setup thing. They want us to stand up for this interview instead of sitting down, since we'll be standing up for the real one. So I'm not going to do it in here like how I normally do all of my Zoom calls, which is a little bit annoying. Okay, I got 3 minutes. I'm putting in my earrings down. I didn't even think about what jewelry I was going to wear with this, but I think I'm going to tuck this side behind. Yeah, I think this goes. It's kind of just like a little, it's like clear gold, and it kind of goes with the buttons. It's either this, I mean I have a pair of pearls, but I think I like these better because I'm not a studs girl. I only wear studs when I have to. But I do have a pearl necklace. I think that may be too much. And then I have a pearl bracelet. I also think that's too much. So this is what we're going with. I need to head downstairs because I'm going to do this in the beauty room that I got down there. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're down here in the beauty room. I thought my interview started at 8. It actually starts at 8:30. My hostess just texted me and was like, oh, your interview doesn't start till 8:30. And I literally was like about to enter the room. So this is my little setup here. Y'all can barely see because I've got the ring light here. Yeah, we never do it. I just feel like it's so busy. Like, I don't know if y'all can see. It's just so much going on in the background. Like, I don't like it here. But, I mean, I guess I could do it against the blank wall. I'll play around with some stuff, but I want to try and memorize my closing statement. So I'm going to take 30 minutes to do that. Okay, so I just finished my mock interview and then I got off a FaceTime with my hostess to go over everything. I'm so glad she was there because she was able to write down all the questions that I was asked, and then she's going to email them to me. But y'all, that interview was well, not my best, not my worst, but not my best either. So basically, what's so crazy is what I took from it. One, I need to really be able, my platform is just so heavy now. It's such a hard topic, and so they ask so many questions, and it's really hard to just be goofy and kind of show my personality. And with me being older, more accomplished, have competed now multiple times, and literally being on the older age of it, I'm coming off as very 1, 2, 3 ABC da 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 da, and it's yes, that is me. I'm definitely a put together well-versed person, but I'm also don't have my life together, goofy da da da. So I think it's really interesting because they're looking at me as kind of the Barbie thing, where it's oh, everything so perfect, it's not personal enough. And it's how do we know that you can thrive in a community if we just put you out there and talk to people? And I'm that's literally what I do. I thrive talking to people. Everybody can't do this, okay? But I get it. And so it's very different and difficult to be able to kind of show people that side of me when it's not as much about my social media, and it's more about women dying, giving birth and stuff like that. So that was interesting. I really just want to be able to say the different laws and legislation that I want to advocate for, and the differences that they will make. And yeah, I guess just come off a little bit more relaxed. It's such a hard balance to find between being polished, well put together, clearly prepared and ready for the job, and personable. And yeah, so I guess I have to reconsider that balance, because coming at it with this new platform brings a different seriousness to it. The things that you worry about, nobody worries about. Nobody cared about my hair, nobody mentioned my jewelry, nobody mentioned my blazer dress, my pink tweed blazer dress that I'm in love with. Nobody even mentioned it, but I guess they're kind of just yeah, that stuff we knew that you were gonna have together. You're always polished and put together. It's such a double-edged sword to be always polished and put together, because coming this doesn't even impress people anymore. They're kind of yeah, we knew that. Yeah, you speak perfectly. Where's your personality? And I'm I have that too. You just give me the chance. So yeah. And you guys, oh my gosh. So one of the last questions that I was asked in the interview, and the interviewer ended up asking me this as a way to see just more of my personality. She asked me basically what my grandmother, what was her question? It was kind of what do I wish that she was able to experience in life, or something like that, as a mentor. And she didn't know that my grandmother had passed. This is just somebody who was just on my social media and saw my grandma, was oh, she must be a mentor to you. And I this close to crying because I am still processing, and I've never had to prepare how to answer a question like that before. So I was really flustered, and I was kind of just and I had to tell her my grandmother recently passed, so I'm still processing. And yeah, and so I was kind of cut off when answering that question. And I also didn't fluently do my closing statement because I was kind of thrown off. But overall, it went okay. Hoping that it will be better this weekend. So that's what mock interviews are for. Practice makes perfect. Hey y'all, so it is the day before pageant day. Today is Friday. I'm just pulling up to my dance academy. I'm about to run my dance for the last time. I'm really nervous because I haven't been rehearsing all week because of my hamstring. So today it feels a lot better today. I've been heating it and icing it. I'm just really hoping, I'm gonna see today what it's gonna be like to dance. I just got my nails done. I rolled up my hair yesterday in some flexi rods just to see what it would look like. And then like it kind of looks the same, but like even just these front little pieces, I'm like, oh, this is kind of cute. So I'm trying to decide, like, do I want to keep it like this? I don't know. I'm pretty much gonna ruin it because I'm about to dance right now. So yeah, really nervous. Not really nervous, but like I definitely feel some nerves. My stomach is in my throat right now. You know, my heart is beating fast and stuff, but everything's gonna be fine. So I'm gonna practice. I've got my new what is this thing called? I got my new coat rack and my white coat here. So we're gonna do the full rehearsal today, and I hope it goes well. I'll talk to you guys later. Guys, so I just left rehearsal. Look at me holding my little thing. So I feel much better. He says that I'm ready. I'm definitely able to dance on it. I need to go get some icy hot right now and put it on my leg just so that it doesn't tense up for tomorrow. But yeah, I feel good. I'm a lot like less nervous. I'm like obviously still nervous because it's hours until it's 24 hours until showtime. So this time tomorrow I'll be on the stage. I'll be gracing the stage, ready for competition. So yeah, I definitely feel good. I was, again, just super nervous that my body wasn't going to follow suit, but I think I'm gonna be okay. So I'm like, I can breathe. Okay, I'm gonna go to the drugstore, get me some icy hot for my leg, take some ibuprofen, eat some dinner. Actually, I really need to get my toes done right now. Even though I literally have been dancing on my feet, I need my toes done. Or do I want to do them myself? Oh my gosh. If y'all were to see the bottom of my toe. This just came off of my toe. That's the life of a point dancer. Okay, let's go. Back at it again. On my way to CVS. I'm gonna pick up my printed headshot photos, and then I have this folder here with all of my paperwork. I'm gonna drop it off to the director. I am like 5 days late to turn this in for the competition this weekend. I could not decide if I wanted to compete this weekend or not for many reasons, but one of them being this past weekend I just competed, and it wasn't just a, oh, I'm just gonna compete really quick thing. It was a month-long process, and it had me shook. Welcome back to my channel. It's pageant day. It's extremely difficult for me to say that this time because this is not my first pageant day of the season or my second, but my third. I have had a lot going on this past month. This is my third time competing for a local. Today is the last local in Miss Maryland for me to be qualified to compete at Miss Maryland in June. It has been a very interesting past month and a half. I've been vlogging it for you guys, so I'm gonna try and fill you in. So I didn't update the vlog after the pageant yesterday, and I'm on my phone right now because I actually think I left my vlog camera at the venue. I hadn't fully unpacked and cleaned my room and my car until yesterday. So I did all of that. I wasn't 100% sure that I didn't have it. Now that I know, I'm gonna call them today and hopefully they have it. If not, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I will recap how I feel about last week's pageant while I'm on my way, because today we have a 3-hour drive. So I prepped my hair yesterday, and now I'm gonna do my makeup and try and hit the road. So I'll catch back up with you guys. Hey y'all, so I'm here at work, but I'm editing this video, and I realized that this is the point in time where I just stopped recording well. Like, I was not being a good vlogger here at this point in time, and half of it is because, again, I just had so much going on. I was frazzled, I was disappointed because I just kept losing at these competitions, and also because I didn't have my vlog camera. It was a lot harder for me to remember to pick up my phone to record. But just to give you guys kind of a rundown of how the rest of the pageant season went, because I really just stopped recording, I decided, okay, I'm gonna do this second competition, and I talked about it in my podcast, so make sure that you guys are watching the podcast, A Work in Progress, on all streaming platforms. Anyway, I decided I was going to do the second competition, which was Miss Southern Maryland / Miss Montgomery County, and they also gave a third title of Miss Rockville. Again, I go into more detail, but long story short, I ended up getting first runner-up that night. And that's when I was like, okay, I quit. I'm not doing any more pageants. Like, I'm done. It's stressing me out. It's making me super sad when it's supposed to be like something fun to do. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm out. And I was like, congratulations to everybody who won. Good luck at Miss Maryland. I'll see y'all there. I'll be cheering y'all on. And when I was like packing up my stuff to leave, that's when I put my camera on the top of my car and what I think drove off, and I have not seen that camera since. But we're on the new vlog camera now, so shout out to that. Good thing, God bless, I have a job, so I was able to afford that because really sad about it. But anyway, so that happened, but then that week, everybody and their mama was giving me a call. Like, nobody was going to let me quit. It's like God told everybody, Brelynn's gonna quit, so call her. Like, people who I haven't heard from, who I didn't know, everybody and their mama was reaching out to me, and they were like, don't quit, do it one more time. It really reminded me of my mahogany story. If you guys are unfamiliar, it took me 4 times auditioning for my college dance team before I made the team, and it made making the team that much more worth it. I was a better dancer, I was a better teammate. I was like, everything was more perfectly aligned. It was perfectly aligned because I ended up having to wait, even though I didn't want to wait. And so I decided to give it one last chance. I was like, third time's the charm. I'm gonna do this third competition. That competition was the Miss Allegheny County / Miss Cumberland competition. Cumberland is 3 hours away from me, so I made that drive, and I competed in the pageant. Honestly, that whole day was a blur. It was such a juxtaposition from the first competition that I did, where we had 3 rehearsals that were an hour away every week, and then that day we had, a whole weekend, a mock interview. We had to come in early. Like, this time we came in, we did our interview, we didn't even do an opening dance. We just walked in, introduced ourselves, and like the competition started. It was very low-key and chill. Such a juxtaposition, but it really made it just feel like a blur. Like, I was like, okay, I'll show up, I'll do it, I'll try my best. Next thing you know, I was crowned and on my way back to Miss Maryland. I literally have 2 clips from that competition weekend, but I will show you guys those clips here. I was recording the whole time and I wasn't. Okay guys, so I was saying that I haven't been able to record a lot today because we've just been moving really, really fast, but my interview went really well this morning. I feel like it was one of the best interviews that I've done in a really long time. And then we did the opening number. It really wasn't a dance. We just walked in and introduced ourselves. And then I just finished doing my on-stage question. I cannot tell you, they asked me like 2 questions. I can't really remember what it was. I hope I answered the question, but my pitch was good. So I'm about to get dressed now for talent and then go out and do that. And that was fast. How's yours go?
Miss Cumberland is Brelynn Hunt.
So if I were to tell you guys anything other than trust God, it would just be, if at first you don't succeed, try again. A lot of people think that I get things super easy, that as soon as I want something, I get it. But honestly, it has been a recurring theme in my life that I have to work so hard for everything that I earn and I receive. I'm so sorry for this annoying bird out here who was just having a fit. Like, it's not even mating season for you guys. Chill out. Anyway, I think one of the big reasons why God does this for me is to, of course, build my character. That way I'm prepared for whatever it is that I am trying to get or trying to achieve, but again, also to share my story and to encourage you guys. So if there's something out there that you really want to do and you've been unsuccessful at it 1, 2, maybe 3 times, this is your sign just to go for it. Just try one more time. You never know what's going to happen. And I believe it's going to make the story even greater when I become Miss Maryland, thinking like, wow, I almost quit because I received no just a few too many more times than I was comfortable with. But it's out of your comfort zone that you end up growing, and you end up being the best kind of person that you are destined to be. So keep that in mind and subscribe and stay tuned, because it's time. By the time you guys are watching this, it is time. So thanks for watching this super long video. Hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up. Share this on Instagram stories right now if you made it all the way to the end. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.